26 pounders, 30 pounders, and the 35 pounders.
Now
And the 40 pounders too. There's one name that's common amongst all the fighters. And it's a reason why. It's a reason why. He cannot fight everybody in one night. We gotta line everybody up. And again, this is gonna be a great journey, and you better get on it now.
But remember when the year began, the thing that you were eyeing was getting those 3 fights this year.
And we did that. We're doing that.
You've done it. Now having done that, and he's favored in this fight, do you get to that and say, now we need a super fight for him?
Well, we're if he can get past Gamboa on the 28th of December, 2020, he's going to enter in that pay-per-view world. That's happening.
Who's a pay-per-view quality opponent, you think, Leonard?
Anybody who fights. And that's what happens. When you have that kind of star power and you're thinking outside of the boxing, not just boxing fans, just not your boxing fans. We're going to make the biggest fights that are out there in the world.
Do you think sometimes the media or some people in boxing, they don't know how talented you are? They haven't seen you in the gym. All they see you is knock people out, so they think you're just powerful.
Me, Shakur, and Richardson were just having that conversation last night. The boxing world don't really see because we train with each other every day, like in the gym, so we see what each other capable of. But the boxing world don't see because I'm the fighter that if you don't belong in there with me, you're not gonna be in there with me for too long. So a lot of boxers, they want to take, that time. I'm the type of fighter that if I know you're not on my level, I'm gonna show it. So, they will see.
Does it bother you sometimes when people say, oh, he's trying to duck this guy and that guy? You've been wanting to fight everybody in boxing for the last 3 years?
I want to fight anybody.
And one thing, we talk a lot about Baltimore, Atlanta, and the East Coast. That Davis-Mares fight that unfortunately got canceled, we were well on our way, and this is not exaggeration, to setting the attendance record at StubHub with that fight. And then Abner had the unfortunate injury and things changed. But
still a good turnout there, right?
Very good turnout for a last-minute opponent to know and you. So, it is. We talk a lot about the urban audience in the East Coast, but that's the fan base. Goes well beyond that as well.
Lomachenko beats the winner of the Lopez-Colby fight, Lomachenko is going to go down to 130 pounds. So do you see that as the fight not being likely to happen now, or how do you view it?
Go ahead.
I think he going down because he get touched up at that weight class. That's why he's going down. He get touched up too much at that weight class. So that's why Lomachenko down. And he feels though he needs to move down. That's why he moves down.
Do you see as the fight not happening now because he's moving down and you're obviously moving up?
I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Which week?
I don't know. On the guard. It's going to happen.
Do you think Teofimo Lopez has enough to beat Lomachenko if he gets that shot next year?
I mean, he's younger. He should. That's like me going to the gym with somebody who's, 37 or 40. Want to play basketball with me. I'm much quicker, I'm much faster. You shouldn't be in there. But it's boxing, you never know. You never know. Yeah. And that's a switch. He's older. He never knows.
Same story with Devin Haney too. If they meet up at lightweight.
You never know. The contrast, every fight.
And Gervonta, like Steven was talking about tapping into that urban market, do you think the African American boxing fan, because we know how much Latino and Mexican fans get deservedly as passionate as are, do you think the African American boxing fan doesn't get enough credit for their passion and their acumen on the sport?
I think it's coming around, it's coming around. I think that, it's showing that,
seems like part of the reason that it would is you've got everywhere you look almost you've got like outstanding great black young champions, Deontay Wilder, yourself, Terrence Crawford, Shakur, right? So from all important cities throughout the U.S. Do you see that as another reason that will help you in your own career?
I wouldn't want to say somewhere else. It's motivation. See other guys like Shakur. When he just that was great. And he like 21. And he's 14 fights.
It's exciting time.
Keep going.
Will there ever be? Do you have any disappointment or feel like that? For whatever reasons, the Farmer fight couldn't happen, the Burchelt fight couldn't happen, and those ships have sailed now. They probably will never happen. I know you wanted to break every bone in Farmer's body. That's what you said. That's what he said.
That's the only fight that really didn't happen that outside. I don't even want to talk about it.
Right.
That's how I ain't even going to talk about it after. There's no reason for it. It ain't happening. We keep bumping heads and it ain't happened yet. There's no for me to talk about.
Do you think unifying or becoming, lineal is not what it once was, or it's something you want? It just didn't happen at 130.
Things happen, ain't gonna happen right away though. It's gonna happen.
You feel though that kind of stuff at lightweight, it will happen.
I'm still a student of the game and I'm listening to my team. I believe that I have one of the best team in boxing. Just listen. I go out there and fight. They do the best for me.
Tank, have any big names hit you up yet that they want to walk you out? You did Michael Jackson one. Now you're fighting Atlanta. A lot of rappers live there.
Yeah, I didn't get into it. Yeah, I know. I didn't get into it yet. I didn't get into it yet, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
You're gonna have a few different ones walk you out then?
Don't give it up.
What do you tell Gamboa if he's watching? He's been talking a little bit on social media. He says he's coming after you.
I mean, you can't sleep on Gervonta. You just had a second round knockout.
Yes, sir.
Second round, he looking good. So I'm definitely sleeping on him. Sure. Actually, he stopped boxing before. I mean, when he was pro before me. So he's a veteran. He's strong. He's fast. You can't overlook him.
Gamboa's always been really fast. Where would you rank? Because again, talking about the power all the time, but where would you rank your speed in the sport?
Me? I'm probably top 3 fastest in the sport. I believe. I don't know what. But that's a single.
So,
But it's not always about. It's actually it's not about speed. It's just timing.
but if you got the timing down and you're fighting a guy with good timing too, the superior speed usually win out at that point. Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tank. Oh, Tank, actually, you got any thoughts on the big fight in 3 weeks here, Wilder and Ortiz? Who wins and why?
I'm always gonna go for Wilder.
Easier than last time, tougher than Ortiz makes it
I
tougher.
don't know. I don't know how to train it, but me personally, I'm
Steven, who's the BMF in boxing?
That's a good question. I think you can make a pretty good argument for Tank. Yeah,
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
And when another network, I'm not gonna say who, puts a list of the biggest knockout artists and leave them out, what do you say about that?
I mean, that's getting back to I don't want to get back on my soapbox again, but the presentation of the sport. I mean, one of the things we've tried to be as consistent as possible is to be objective and unbiased, and I think that's something our announcers take pride in, and I think that's, you know, I've said it, there's no sport that exists that lies as regularly to its fans as boxing. And, you know, the announcers lie, you know, the promoters lie, and it's not healthy. I mean, college football doesn't sell every single game as Alabama, LSU. Not every NFL game is the Super Bowl. Sometimes it's just a game, you know, and I think we do a disservice when we try to sell something as one thing and it's not, you know, and we do an even bigger disservice to the sport when you're giving people context. These are the people who are important in the fight, these are the people who matter, and you're leaving people out because of agendas and biases. You know, look, I'm not going to say, you know, we haven't made mistakes or shown our own preferences at times, but I think the goal here is building the sport and doing it in a way that rewards the fans. And part of what we have to do with fans is be honest. What's that?
I agree. I mean, you know, that's why we're not all over the place. I don't want 300 fighters to be perfect. You know, we have a good group of young guys. I can concentrate, put my focus there. And that's what we got.